merciful unto us. Give us the shade of your lotus feet. Your fame is spread all over the three worlds. We take shelter of your lotus feet. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sharma Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sharma Banda Mui Savadhanama Te Banda Mui Savadhanama Te Yahara prasadeva evavatoriya jai Yahara prasadeva evavatoriya jai Je prashad pure sharva shah Je prashad pure sharva shah Jakudan dilo je janme janme Prabhu se Jakudan dilo je janme janme Prabhu se Divya Gyan de prakashito Divya Gyan de prakashito Prema bhakti yaha hoite avija vinasha jate Prema bhakti yaha hoite avija vinasha jate Vedagaya hara charito Vedagaya hara charito Shri Guru Karuna Sindhu Alama Janara Bandhu Shri Guru Karuna Sindhu Alama Janara Bandhu Lokana lokera jivana Lokana lokera jivana Ha ha Prabhu karo doya Deha mole pada chaya Ha ha Prabhu karo doya Deha mole pada chaya Ebejastu Shukri Bhuvana Ebejastu Shukri Bhuvana Srila Prabhupada Patita Pavana Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Garadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Garadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Garadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Rama Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Shyam Sundar, Radha Shyam Sundar Radhe. Jaya Radha Shyam Sundar, Radha Shyam Sundar Radhe. Jaya Krishna Balaram, Jaya Krishna Balaram, Jaya Krishna Balaram, Jaya Krishna Balaram. Jaya Krishna Balaram, Jaya Krishna Balaram, Jaya Krishna Balaram, Jaya Krishna Balaram. Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai. Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada.
Premanande Hari Hari Bal. Jaya Vishnupad Paramahansa Parivrajaka Acharya Stotarshri Shimaresi Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jaya Vishnupad Paramahansa Parivrajaka Acharya Stotarshri Shrimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Namacharya Shri Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासरि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shyam Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhana Ki Jai, Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai, Mayapur Dham Ki Jai, Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai, Nuramanreti Dham Ki Jai, Tulasi Maharani Ki Jai, Bhakti Devi Ki Jai, Yamuna Mai Ki Jai, Ganga Mai Ki Jai, Shri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai, Nitai Go Premanande, Hari Hari Ba, Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai, All grace to the assembled devotee, all grace to the assembled devotee, all grace to the assembled devotee, all grace to Shri Shri Guru Gauranga.
Hare Krishna. So I'm going to read something from the new book out. Swamiji, an early disciple, Brahmananda Das, remembers his guru. Okay. So this is about the printing of the Krishna book. So he said, so let's see, he went to Japan, to Dainapan to get them printed, and this was at the end of May in 1970. So he said, I told them that this book has to be ready for July, and I'm flying back to the States, and I want to take the book with me to make a presentation. And they said, a month and a half? That's impossible. I said, no, there's no question. You've got to do it. So they started working, Dainapan, all the executives and the workers, working until at least 10 o'clock at night, day after day. Their living quarters were in the business complex. They had a huge compound. The press alone was as wide as a city block. So I'll read you what happened. Brahmananda's experience with book publication was minimal, but he was dedicated. Every day he would go and oversee the work at Dainapan, selecting the type of paper, the quality, the thickness, choosing the end sheets, writing captions, and so on. All the while he would dutifully check in with Prabhupada through correspondence, making sure that everything met with his approval. The days turned into weeks, and soon it was time to leave. Prabhupada and the Rath Yatra festival waited in San Francisco, and Brahmananda was determined to bring the finished books before his master. But the printed volumes were simply not ready. Realistically, they couldn't be. So it was almost a physical impossibility. So Brahmananda proceeded to the airport as planned, and with great disappointment ascended the steps to the plane that would take him to Prabhupada. Just then, as he was about to board, the stewardesses started looking at him, gesturing for him to wait. As he turned around and looked across the tarmac, he saw a fleet of limousines, 3 or 4 long black cars with flags and hands frantically waving from the windows, rushing right out to the plane. He hurriedly made his way back down the steps and watched incredulously as roughly a dozen Japanese gentlemen got out of the cars. This is ridiculous. I have to just read this. It's so amazing, though, how this stuff happens. These were the executives he had come to know during his stay there, and as he moved towards them, he realized what was happening. At that moment, they carefully, even reverentially, presented him with a little carton, bowing as they approached. It was the finished Krishna book. With tears in his eyes, he grabbed the box, and he said, "Thank you," and ran up the steps to catch the plane. Within minutes, he was looking out the window high above the clouds, thinking to himself, Krishna and Prabhupada conspired once again to play their magical tricks, engaging one of their oblivious Western devotees in divine service. After a few moments of contemplation, realizing the enormity of this publication endeavor, he tore the carton open, relishing its contents, 25 advanced copies of the book. As he gazed at Prabhupada's labor of love with deep appreciation, an American business executive in the seat next to him asked, "Hey, what's that? What do you have there?" Brahmananda replied, "Oh, it's my spiritual master's book. It's all about Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. We published with Dainapan." After a brief conversation, the executive raised his eyebrows and said, "How much?" To which Brahmananda replied, $20. And the man bought the book. One can only wonder if he eventually came to appreciate the treasure he received on that plane. So I just have to read the rest because it's too sweet. So he got into San Francisco. He walked into Prabhupada's room. He said, "I had the carton, but I was feeling a little guilty that it was ripped open. You know, you want to present the spiritual master something that's in pristine condition. And here I have a torn box with a missing book. Anyway, I decided to pull out an individual copy and give it to him. Srila Prabhupada, here's the book. Despite my nervousness, I could see that he loved it completely, except he didn't like the end papers. They were too thin, he said, which I also knew to be true. After that, he asked me how many copies there were in the box. Well, I told him there were 25, but now there's only 24. So he asked me why, and I said on the plane, one man bought a copy. And Prabhupada said, oh, very good. He was really very happy. So then it was time for Rath-Yatra. Prabhupada had the books, and he ordered that they be distributed at the festival. We had a cart for the magazines and for whatever books we had. And Prabhupada said to take all the books and distribute them. And then he said, all the books. And then looking at the one he was holding in his hands, his personal copy, he said, take this one also. He just handed it over without having time to relish it. But Prabhupada was totally detached. Of course, they went like hotcakes. In 20 minutes, they were all sold. Hare Krishna. I just love that story too much, as you can see. Okay, so we want to say welcome to Sergey. Hare Krishna. Welcome. I say it in Russian. Dobro pojalovat. Hare Krishna. And he's visiting from Moscow. So very nice to have him here. Also, let's see, we have Shanka's birthday today. If you see Shanka, please wish him happy birthday. It's his 66th birthday. And we hope he has many, many more to come. Harinam today in Gainesville at 4:30, corner of University and 13th. Book distribution door-to-door tomorrow, leaving from the parking lot 2 p.m. So if you'd like to go out on book distribution with Kayapani and his group, just be there with your book bag. That's all you need to bring. I want to say that if you have never seen Radhe Shyam in their winter sweaters, these white skating sweaters, I must have had one when I was a girl, because every time I see them, I think of skiing and skating. It's just something to behold. It's worth waking up at 4 a.m. to see. Fantastic. This morning, Krishna Balaram had their big scarves, extra long scarves that came down and just enough length to cover their cows also. So the night pujaris do this beautiful arrangement in the morning, and it's very, very special. So I urge you all to come and get a chance to see that. Okay, here are the devotees who assisted their spiritual master addressing the deities today. Shishi Radha Sham Sundar, Ramanya Prabhu, Chota Radha Sham Sundar, Ananda Vardhani Prabhu, Shishi Krishna Balaram, Akuti Prabhu, Chota Krishna Balaram, Gandharvika Prabhu, Shishi Gornitai, Jai Gauri Prabhu, Chota Gornitai, Leela Prabhu, Gurus and Lord Nrsingadev, Avaduta Nitai Prabhu. And Bhadra Prabhu is giving class today, right?
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Jai Radha Madhava Kunj Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunj Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Jashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Jashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunj Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunj Bihari Jayam Vishnupad Paramhamsa Prabhujagacharya Stotas Divine Grace Abhay Charanarvind Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki ISKCON Founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Jayam Vishnupad Paramhamsa Prabhujagacharya Stotas Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Maharaj Ki Anand Koti Vaishnavrind Namacharya Sada Haridas Thakur Ki All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Om Ajnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshur Unanmitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadhati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Gurun Sri Utapada Kamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padanu Sahagana Sri Lalita Sri Vishakha Vitamscha E Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Stute Devi Pranama Mehari Vanchakalpatarubhasya Kripa Sindhu Bhyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivashadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Slow Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 58, Text 56, 57 and 58. This text has no purports. So I can do whatever I like to do, right? Yes. When I was reading this, when after the battle of, before Duryodhan was killed and Duryodhan was hiding under the water, remember? And Yudhishthir Maharaj when Krishna and everybody went where Duryodhana was hiding, right? Under the water, remember? And Yudhishthira, Duryodhana, from the inside the water, he's saying, challenging. And Yudhishthira Maharaj is saying, if you win, if you kill, I will give you everything. Yudhishthira Maharaj said to Duryodhana. And Krishna is standing there, Krishna is wondering, after fighting all this time, everybody is killed, and last minute, you are telling, Yudhishthira Maharaj, you are telling Duryodhana that you will give everything to him back. That is my situation at present. I am not Yudhishthira Maharaj, but these purports are not easy. Purport is not there, but this translation itself is not easy. Because when we read this pastimes of the chapter, Krishna marries 5 princes. Of course, it's a pastimes, but it's so much to learn from these pastimes. There is a common element, and there is individual qualities of these devotees we are dealing here with. So we are Krishna's 8 main queens. We are talking of that, right? In this chapter. At this chapter, of course, he's going to marry another 16,100 queens, which will be the next chapter. But these 8 queens, and first one was, who was first one? Rukmini. Second one was Jambavati. Third one was Satyabhama. So those 3, and these are the 5 in this chapter. So first one was in this 5, in this chapter, first one was Kalindi. Then next, Satya, what is Satya? Nagnajiti. What's Satya, right? Nagnajiti or Satya. Same. And then Mitravinda, right. And then, now, we're going to talk about today Bhadra. This is not Bhadra, remember. It is Bhadra. Okay, so Rukmini, Jambavati, Satyabhama, Kalindi, Mitravinda, Satya. Satya was after Mitravinda. Mitravinda was first. Satya. Bhadra, and then last one is Lakshmana. These are the 8. And now we don't have enough, I don't even have enough time to cover. I thought we can cover a whole chapter, but it will be, you all will have different duties to perform after 8:45, so it will be difficult to talk all about whole chapter. But it's so much, my gosh, to talk about. And Lord gives me intelligence to talk in such a way that audience who is here and audience on the internet can understand me. I will pray for me, because it's difficult these pastimes but I will try my best. Okay, so let's read 56, 57, 58 together, because there is no purport anyhow. So we'll all read together, and then I will read translation. Let's read 56, then I read translation, then 57 translation, 58 and translation. Okay? And then we will talk something from this, and if time there is allowed, then we will talk about some important points from this chapter. Okay. So, 56. Sutta kirte sutam bhadram upayeme pitru swasuho kaikayam bhratrubhir dattam Krishna santar danadibihi. Translation. Bhadra was a princess of the Kaikai kingdom and the daughter of Lord Krishna's paternal aunt
Srutakirti. The Lord married Bhadra when her brothers, headed by Santardana, offered her to him. Okay. So let me talk something, I guess. Should I do that? Or okay, let's talk about Bhadra. Sutakirti, she is the aunt of Krishna. That means Krishna is marrying to cousin. Isn't it? Now the question would be, well, someone was giving class one time in Vrindavan and they said that, well, Krishna is everybody is his wife, right? Krishna is Purusha, everybody is Prakriti. So, to Krishna married to cousins, cousin. His father Vasudev and her sister Sutakirti, and Sutakirti's daughter, Krishna is going to marry Bhadra. Now, what I heard that this tradition is still going on in South India, you know that? Marrying to cousin's daughter. That's what I heard from reliable sources, from people in South India. They have internal marriages. So this Bhadra, she had 5 brothers, according to Gopal Champu. And these 5 brothers were devoted to Krishna. So Bhadra was the manifestation of devotion. So she was actually devotion. She was devotion herself. And because she was young, she's a Kaikai. Kaikai is the I think is called the let's see here. Yeah, Kashmir, modern Kashmir in north. So the king, her father was anyhow, I can't find her father's name, but she had 5 brothers, and these 5 brothers were completely devoted to Krishna. So Bhadra was the manifestation of that devotion. Now because she was the king, she was a daughter of a king, there is a etiquette that she could not reveal her devotion as a young girl. So her devotion was covered. And devotion was covered, then consciousness was covered. And Lord Chaitanya's last shloka is Sunyaitam Jagat Sarvam Govinda Virhenama. But her devotion, internal devotion was there. So she would become unconscious. She would fall down. But internally she was so devoted to Krishna. And it said that she worshipped him. She worshipped Krishna as a king. And Krishna knew. So Krishna came here. Krishna came to this Kashmir, modern Kashmir. And here it said, Lord married Bhadra when her brothers, We say her brothers, so these are 5 brothers. And one of them, headed by Santardan, offered her to him. He is a Kshatriya, right? Krishna here in the Dwarka, he is a Kshatriya, son of Vasudev. So, Kshatriya can, they can go and have a challenge. If someone challenges, they also accept that challenge. But in this case, all the brothers were also favorable, and they handed over Bhadra to Krishna. Now the quality here, her quality is that fixed devotion to Krishna. She was fixed in devotions. Okay. Now, next sloka we go. So we read together. Sutam cha madradipater Lakshmanam Lakshanaryutam Swayamvare Jahardaika Sasuparna Sudam Iva. Translation. Then the Lord married Lakshmana, the daughter of the king of Madra. Madra is a Madras, modern Madras. Krishna appeared alone at her Swayamvar ceremony and took her away, just as Garuda once stole the demigod's nectar. Okay. Now, here it says Krishna appeared alone here. In the previous verses, when he was he was taking Mitravinda and others with the Kalindi, Arjuna was there, right? And Arjuna went to ask. They were there in the forest, Arjuna and Krishna, on the bank of the Jamuna. They are drinking water, they are thirsty. And Arjuna is, they are seeing in the deep, deep, dark forest. Krishna is and Arjuna in the hut. And Krishna is hearing. Now they are not in Braj yet. They are somewhere near Hastinapur. And Krishna in the hut is hearing all about the gopis. Remembering gopis, hearing that sound. And then Arjuna is finding this beautiful girl alone in the forest. Krishna is, of course, sending her, Arjuna. So Arjuna is asking, "Oh beautiful one, who are you?" Now, Kalindi, she is fixed on her devotion and she is worshipping, she is performing austerity there alone in the forest. She is fixed and she has decided that she wants to have most powerful, almighty as her husband. So when Arjuna comes, imagine, someone else comes, she is fixed on devotion, and someone else comes and say, "Who are you?" That's why in the purport is mentioned, in the translation is mentioned that when she answered it, she was literally bewildered. In the shloka, where is it here? this is apprehension. She was apprehensive because, but at the same time she was she is a daughter of a sun god. She was at the same time very straight that I am here to perform austerity, I am here to have Krishna. Now the same thing, if you remember, the same thing happened in the 4th chapter. In 4th canto. Remember? The story of King Puranjan, Prachin Parishad. Remember? When the girl came and Puranjan is asking, who are you, beautiful one? Same sentences. But what is the difference there and here? There is Puranjan wants to have her as her wife for sense gratification. Here, Arjuna is saying the same thing, but here Arjuna is a devotee and is asking on the behalf of Krishna. So here Krishna is coming alone. Here it said Krishna appeared alone at her Swayamvar ceremony. Now, why? Well, Krishna does the Krishna need anyone else to come with him for Swayamvar? He doesn't need to, right? Himself is powerful personality. So here he is going to show his power himself. Now when the Lakshmana, it is in Gopal Champu, it is mentioned that Lakshmana would, now Lakshmana, Laksha, she has all the good qualities. That's why her name is Lakshmana. But then when she is connecting with Krishna, it's all auspicious good qualities. Everything auspicious. She is endowed with all auspicious qualities. Now it is mentioned that she would, in the, Jiva Goswami is describing so in detail, I cannot even understand, but I will try to put it in a simple sentences, simple language. That she would talk in a dream. Who was Lakshmana's mother? It's not mentioned here. She would worship, she would talk in a dream, and she would worship Surya God, sun god. And she would offer everything to sun god, and she would pray to sun god that I am your daughter, I am just like your daughter, Kalindi. I offered everything I am offering all my offerings to you, sun god. And just like Kalindi you awarded Kalindi's Krishna as her husband, similarly, please have Krishna as my husband. And she would, in a dream, she would see Krishna like a beautiful cloud in the sky. And she would hear, and she would talk about it in the dream. So, her mother, she could hear it, what she was talking, Lakshmana was talking in the dream. But she couldn't figure it out clearly. What is this her daughter is talking about? Lakshmana is talking. And Lakshmana, so she approached her husband and said that our daughter, because usually when the daughter in the family, if she likes some boy or someone, she usually talks to her mother. Is that right? All ladies can say yes, that right? They wouldn't talk to their father. Of course, there is Kali Yuga, so everything stops. It will be other way around. But Indian tradition, is that right, Mataji? Right? Yeah. So she would, she talk, this mother is now, is queen, she is going to say to Lakshmana's father that this is what I am hearing, but I can't clearly understand. Please. But the father, he was very devoted. He was a devotee. Krishna. So right away he figured out. But he was a king, so he arranges Swayamvar ceremony. And Swayamvar ceremony is important, is nice to hear at this. What was that Swayamvar ceremony? It was exactly like Arjun had, remember, been the Draupadi. But this was a little bit different. Now, when Arjun on Draupadi, in that Swayamvar ceremony, remember, everyone was there. Karna was there. Duryodhan was there. Shishupal was there, I think, too. And of course, the Krishna was there too. Right? And Arjun was getting the power because Krishna was there in that Swayamvar. Nobody could, in the Swayamvar, as you know, the fish was hanging, right? And he has to look at in the water. And whoever shoot the fish looking in the water, he cannot see up the fish up. He has to look in the water and shoot it. The shadow. Am I right? I'm right? Okay. So, right. But because Krishna was there, and just having been Krishna there, his power, Arjun had no power without Krishna. So Krishna was there, and because of that Krishna, that power was there in Arjun, and Arjun could do it. But here, the person who had given power himself is coming here alone in this Swayamvar ceremony. And who is that? Krishna. He didn't bring Arjun this time. Now this time, in this Swayamvar, it is said that in the courtyard, there was a trench of water, is water. And it has a pole. And on the top of the pole, there is a big pot. This is a heavy metal pot. Heavy metal. But it's see-through. This is scientific. People think that this is science. We are talking about this science, modern science. At that time, remember this science here, 5,000 years ago. This pot is metal, but it's see-through pot. And fish is there, and person, whoever in Swayamvar, they cannot see the fish there. They have to see the fish shadow in the drench in the water. And whoever here is in Swayamvar, as you know, in Swayamvar, everybody, all the kings, they are so proud. And of course, the kings are proud because, they have everything. Right? All the kings are coming there. They are proud. And they have to shoot they have to shoot the fish just by looking in the water shadow of that fish in the water. So all these kings, they had come. When Krishna is one action has many purposes. Is that right, English? Right? With one action, he covers many purposes. So here, all the kings, they already had come with a pride, but they already decided that this is not possible for us to win Lakshmana. And this was king's arrangement, Lakshmana's father's arrangement, because Lakshmana's father knew that nobody can do it, but he had to arrange that Swayamvar. He's a king. Usually king would give their daughter in this Swayamvar. So this was Lakshmana's father's arrangement. And you knew that Krishna can do it. See? So when Krishna came, he came here alone. And in this Swayamvar, he is also there. But when he pulled the arrow, that just pulling the string of the arrow made so much heavy noise, heavy sound. And that sound just pierced the heart of all these enemy kings who are in their Swayamvar. So, when he pulled and shattered, these kings, all the hearts were shattered by that pulling the arrows. Just pulling, just not even shooting yet. The sound. Jiva Goswami is describing nicely here this whole, I cannot, I'm just trying to put in my simple language here, but I hope I'm making it, I hope you all bear with me for this, He's put in a poetic way, analogy. Mana, apamana, mana, something he's putting this, And so this was showing to the kings that they are already defeated. Yeah. Jarasandha was there also. And Jarasandha was enemy from the beginning of Krishna anyhow. Right? So he pulled the arrow and he shot a fish. And then of course Lakshmana, Lakshmana's father hand over to Lakshmana. Now, remember this, enemies are still there, all the kings. And they want Lakshmana too. And here Krishna has come alone. Other times Krishna had all other his armies, right? Right? In the case of Rukmini, when he kidnapped Rukmini, Balram had come, right? And whole Sena, his troop had come from Dwarka, right? And they all had a fight with all the Rukmi and a fight with everybody else, right? Here, he's alone. So what he did, Krishna is taking Lakshmana in the chariot and covering around to protect her. All the arrows, with arrows. And then of course all the kings are, wants to have not Lakshmana taken away, but Krishna say come and fight, and Krishna is fighting alone. So and then he went to Dwarka. So this is the pastime. I mean, there's so much to talk, but it's already 8:45, 5 minutes left before 8:45. Someone already talked about Mitravinda? Yesterday? They talked about it, right? Mitravinda? Madan Mohan Prabhu? Who was Mitravinda? Huh? Huh. Yeah, because Mitravinda's pastime is also very powerful from Gopal Champu. But I guess he must have covered it, so I'm not gonna. Yeah, I can tell you. Okay, this very powerful pastimes. Now, the point is these pastimes. Of course, these pastimes are these are the pastimes we talk about. But the main points are each one has qualities. Each one has specific qualities, and we can imbibe that qualities within our heart from these pastimes. How the devotee is dealing with Krishna, and how Krishna is dealing with his devotees. So Mitravinda, where is it here? Okay. Worship. Yeah. Mitravinda was, her father king was from Avanti, which is Ujjain, modern Ujjain. And Mitravinda had two brothers, Anuvindya and Vindhya. But these both brothers were friend of Duryodhana. And they didn't want Mitravinda to marry with Krishna. Now, she was attracted to Krishna. Now the question is, how did she know about Krishna? She's a king's, daughter in Ujjain. So the answer is given that, remember Krishna and Balaram had gone to study in Ujjain at Sandipani Muni's ashram? Right? They had learned the 64 qualities, art. And at that time, now Mitravinda is also a cousin of Krishna. And Mitravinda's mother name was Rajati Devi. Rajati Devi is mentioned, I think, in a shloka also, I think. And now remember, they were little boys, Krishna and Balaram at that time. Gurukulis. So Rajati Devi after their study, Krishna and Balaram, after study at Sandipani Muni's ashram, Raja Devi invited in her palace. And at that time, Mitravinda saw Krishna. It says, anyone who come in the clutches of Krishna, he cannot, he's tied up, or she's tied up. It might be take couple of lives probably. They cannot go away. That is the potency of the preaching. All these people who we come in touch with, Agyata Sukra is working on them. It might be working this life or next life or after 10 lives or after 15 lives or after 1,000 of lives. But they cannot get away. Same potency Srila Prabhupada had. I tell you one little pastime. Srila Prabhupada was sitting in Vrindavan. Srila Prabhupada used to sit in a courtyard in the Vrindavan, in the temple, Vrindavan temple. He would talk with people and people would sit around and devotees are around him. So one Indian man, he was a jeweler, big man. And Delhi walas, business people, they come to Vrindavan for some time, for 1 or 2 days, and they go back to their business. But they come visit, they have some piety, they come for darshan. So this man he was a jeweler, big jeweler. He came to Vrindavan and he saw Srila Prabhupada in the courtyard sitting with all others. And there is a in the Vrindavan courtyard there is a desire tree. What do you call that? Tamal tree, right? Kalvriksha tree. So this man sat under that tree and he was thinking, he saw Srila Prabhupada in the saffron clothes and he was thinking, just thought arose in his mind that I wish I have this, I can wear this saffron clothes like Srila Prabhupada. Oh my gosh, what happened to him? He went back to his business and this is a true story. He cannot believe it, but as the time passed by, his business started to go down. Poor man. And he came in touch with Hare Krishnas. His sons are gone, his wife is gone, and he started to wear saffron clothes. And he is initiated by His Holiness Loknath Maharaj. And he's still staying in Vrindavan, I think. I haven't seen him for a couple of years, but I saw him before. So this is anyhow, let's come back. I'm taking your time here, so it's 8:45, but I think it's interesting to cover up this, to finish this, complete this story. So Mitravinda was devoted to Krishna, but here they didn't, his brothers didn't want her. So what happened is that, but Krishna came anyhow. Yeah, so Krishna, coming to pass. So Krishna Mitravinda knew about Krishna, so she was devoted to Krishna. From the childhood she had seen. So she was completely worshipping Krishna. And her brothers didn't want them. So Mitravinda's, all her friends, they would tell Mitravinda, hey, listen, you want to marry with Krishna is your cousin. How can you marry with Krishna? You can marry with your cousin. You cannot do that. But her devotion was fixed. And then Krishna, what Krishna said? Now, because they said, the girl said, you are from the same Gotra. You know Gotra means, right? So Krishna considered his Gotra different. He said, no, I'm the cowherd boy. I'm Gotra from the cowherd boy. Now I was a king. Yeah? So he considered and they said he's a dark complexion, you're going to marry to him, But Kalin, this Mitravinda's quality was she had her determination. And she was a daughter of him, so she had a fiery nature, so she would get angry with her friends. So when Krishna came, of course, then you all heard how he took Mitravinda. So this is some of the pastimes. I mean, so much to talk about, but anyhow, the main point in this chapter was that where is it here? Yeah. Krishna is happy to controlled by his devotee, and Lord is willing to be controlled. Devotee controls Krishna, and Krishna controls his devotee. Okay. I think that is, anyhow. Anything to, I think that's about it. And then of course the last shloka. What time is over? Oh, last shloka. Last shloka we will read, but actually we will read, but it will be in the next chapter. Whoever will give class, they will talk about it. Okay? But we can at least read the last shloka. Okay? Okay. Anyāscaivam vidha bhārya Krishnasya sansahasrasaha Bhaumam hatvata nirodhad aharstascharudarshanaha. Translation. Lord Krishna also acquired thousands of other wives equal to these when he killed Bhaumasura and freed the beautiful maidens the demon was holding captive. Thus ends the purport of the humble servants of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, to the 10th canto, 58th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled Krishna Marries 5 Princesses. Okay? There is no time for question, but someone has it. I will try to answer. Yes, you have a question.
Prabhu, Hare Krishna, thank you. Could you please list the fathers of those 5 queens?
Fathers? Oh my gosh, you asked me a question that I don't know the details of the fathers. Rukmi, hold, I didn't bring that paper here. I had to study hard for these parts, you know that? It wasn't easy. Because first of all, I have Gopal Champu in Hindi. And I had to translate, I had to call this morning to someone who can actually explain to me in English. I'm telling you. Because I said, how am I going to give a class? I should say something which is, interesting. You learn something, isn't it? So, anyhow, but Krishna really gave me, I think, some intelligence to put it in a simple language. But Prabhu, your answer, I don't know all the fathers. Of course, Jambavati's father was Jambavan, right? Satyabhama's father was Satrajit? I think it was Satrajit. Rukmini's father was Bhima, not this Bhima. I think it was Bhishma. Okay, Kalindi's father is sun god, right? Right? Mitravinda's father is mentioned, I think, her father's name. Hare Krishna. Let's see. No, I don't. It's mentioned, but I don't have the name. Her mother name is there. No, I don't have it. And then Satya, which is Nagnajit, right? Is Nagnajit. Nagnajiti is called Satya, Nagnajit. And then Bhadra's father, Bhadra's grandfather is Srila Prabhupada, I can say that. But Bhadra's father, I don't know. I don't have the name here. And of course, Lakshmana's father is the king of Madras. His name is not mentioned. Might be mentioned, but... Brihadsena was the Lakshmana's father. Is that okay? Okay, Prabhus. Hare Krishna. Thank you.